It's such a strange feeling watching a loved one go through the dying process. It's one thing to watch a family member go through the aging process. It's such a completely different feeling to witness your sibling go through death. Like everything else in life, there is no handbook for this. There's no checklist, no ground rules, no real order to it. Quality hospice care provides some answers and guidance to the immediate family members, but for the rest of us, it's a little like treading water. Not sure how long you'll be treading, if you should grab a floaty or just keep going. Our family was introduced to a series of booklets which were very helpful in answering some basic questions. What do we expect? What's this going to look like? What will it be like for our loved one going through this process? But, like with everything else, you wonder, what can I do to help? Do I just show up? Do I bring food? What if the food makes them nauseous and makes things worse? Did I stay too long? Should I do more? Was there something I could have done that would have been more helpful? And then there's a difficult conversation. Do we talk about it? Do we carry on like death isn't in the room? Do we have those difficult conversations? Or do we just talk about everything except it? It's a dance for sure. Death doula, hospice worker, trained grief expert. None of these titles I carry. Loving sister, concerned sister in law, best aunt, baby of the family. Yes, these titles I understand. I give my sister so much credit for handling her death with so much grace and humor. Yes, humor. We laughed about things that many people probably would think are taboo. We shopped for urns on Amazon and had in depth conversations about how she wanted her ashes handled. At one point, I asked her what she wanted done with her urn, and without missing a beat, she turned to me and asked, I don't know. Do you want me? The look on my face resulted in lots of laughter and her running to the bathroom with her legs crossed. We also shared TikToks of cursing parrots, screaming profanities, which summed up how we felt about the entire situation. She accepted her death. She never hid from it. She never lashed out. She never played a pity party. She never complained, not once. My sister was 18 years old when I was born. My mom and dad walked this oldest daughter down the aisle with a 9-month-old baby at home. With such a tremendous age spread, we shared a special relationship. John was more like a dad and brother to me than a brother in law. Jason was more like a younger brother to me than a nephew. And she was more like a doting grandma to my kids than an aunt. But she played the role of bossy boss quite well, and she knew it. She reveled in it, and she didn't mind when I called her that name. In fact, I think it made her proud. She doesn't know that I also nicknamed her El Toro, but I think I'll leave that one on the table for now. She made us all laugh without even trying. She made us all exhausted just by watching her go about her everyday business. She was HGTV couch shopping and redesigning my living room right up until the very end. This included phone calls to various friends, asking them to take pictures of their living room arrangements so she could send them to me. She and her husband John raised an incredible young man with special needs. They both had to share in the grief of recently losing him at a young age. She had a very successful career, one that made many people happy, and she got to share in that joy. She and John had a successful marriage, one that saw ups and downs like others, but weathered the storm and then grew and blossomed. It'll be strange to not hear her laughter, not to see her laughing so hard her mascara would run down her face while crossing her legs and telling us all to stop it. Lots of eye rolls at that point, and then a chorus of sisters saying, Poor John. John has been an incredible source of support and strength for her, even as he is battling his own health issues. John, we all love you very much and are so incredibly thankful for you in our lives. She wasn't expected to make it beyond 3 to 6 months. We were certain she wouldn't make it to Thanksgiving. Then for sure, not for Christmas. Absolutely, she won't be with us for Easter. Then spring rolled around, and after a nasty winter, she couldn't wait for her flowers to bloom. My sisters and I spent time over the summer in her flower beds, making sure she could enjoy the sights and smells of her beautiful yard. What a joy to spend that time together, taking it all in. She bravely faced her diagnosis with a very matter of fact approach. She knew she was going to die and didn't want to spend her last several months sick from chemo and away from her family. She met with several medical experts and they all agreed with her to go home and enjoy her time with family and friends. And that's exactly what she did. She did it her way and lived well beyond what the doctors had originally anticipated. Proud, so damn proud. She will always be my big sis, but nobody will ever fill those bossy boss shoes.